This video here is all about Vital Cooling Breeze, a supposed portable AC unit. You maybe saw an ad going around for this. This, as you can see here, just an image of the supposed product, is a generic fan. That's what this is. What someone has done is they went to Temu or AliExpress, a very cheap product website. They bought up a bunch of these in bulk. They then, the scammers, attached a fancy name to it, Vital Cooling Breeze, right? And then they jack the price up. And then they add tons of lies, dozens of lies, of red flags at least, in the marketing for this product. And right at the top of this video, hit the like button down below, the thumbs up button that will tell Google and YouTube my video here about Vital Cooling Breeze reviews has value and credibility. And then my video might go to the top of Google and YouTube search results and save people from what looks to me like a big scam. You maybe saw a video on Facebook or somewhere else that said that this product can cool down an entire room or house in 90 seconds. And it has a guy holding it, that guy's AI, and he spent 15 years coming up with it. And he was an engineer, and it was really interesting. He maybe was a Phoenix engineer. That's a lie. There are so many red flags with this. Not only are those red flags, but this is a product that is like a ton of other products that go through every summer, portable AC units. It's a big scam. Same thing in the winter with portable heaters, also scams. Coming from China, wherever, very cheap things that don't actually heat or cool like an air conditioner might. What this is, it's a very cheap fan, and it might come with subscription charges of hundreds of dollars a month. It could come with hidden fees. That happens all the time. My name is Jordan Lyles. I'm a senior reporter with the fact-checking website Snopes.com. This is my personal YouTube channel where I come to on nights and weekends, and I can tell you I've seen this scam so many times, and people get defrauded all the time, thinking they're going to get something amazing. Instead, they are scammed. They tell me in my comments, yep, I fell for it, and it is a piece of junk, over and over again. And sometimes they tell me that they got hit with extra hidden fees that they could not get back. So, no, I did not purchase this. I don't typically want to give away $400 like that for something that basically is a cheap fan that maybe runs on USB power, which makes it hilarious. This is something that is out there with hundreds of names at the least right now in the summer of 2026, different portable AC units that are in reality fans. These scams are rampant all over the internet every summer for AC units that are fans, or heaters in the winter that are actually also like hot fans, I guess you could call them. They don't do anything. This is something I've seen. I have more knowledge of this than I do of like the sports teams that I like. This is something I'm just trying to save you from this. And if you are upset that I did not purchase this, sometimes there are those people and they say this is not actually a review. If someone says they want to sell you something, and while they're talking to you, they lie to you 30 times, why would you give them your money? It doesn't make any sense. What happens after you watch like a Facebook ad or Instagram ad? It goes to a website claiming to be Consumer Reviews Guide. Phoenix engineer tears apart a $4,200 air conditioner and builds a $79 replacement. Big AC once buried. Never happened. It's a fake story. AI generated images that I see here that I'm not going to show you on this fake article talking about how it's going to actually work. It's real. It's going to replace your AC. And they show it sitting on like a woman's desk. The exhaust doesn't go out a window. That's not an AC unit. It is a fan at best. It says it can cool down a 549 square foot house or room to 60 degrees in seconds using a fraction of the electricity than a central AC would use. That's just not true. This is just, I've had electricians and AC people, like people who work in AC full-time, come into my comments sometimes and say this is the most hilarious thing they've ever seen. And on the flip side, I have people who are mad that I didn't actually buy a product that lies to you 30 times before asking for your money. Talk about polar opposites, right? And so it claims you can get 60% off if you buy a 2-pack, which is hilarious. They're just trying to get more of your money. And it says when I get to the final website here that you actually are just getting 50% off. Anytime you see a 50% off offer and it's a store you've never heard of, it might be a scam. I've noticed that as a trend these days for whatever reason. It says 30-day money-back guarantee, and it has all these little check boxes on the checkout page. You want coverage, you want a protection package. And then by clicking complete checkout, I agree to terms and conditions and privacy policy. And let me guess, just let me guess, I'm just going to check out and see whether or not I can find information about membership or subscriptions. I don't see anything listed in the terms and conditions, but I hear from people all of the time who tell me that they got taken for a ride and that they were charged subscription charges of however much per month. There's a contact us page. It says to contact the company behind it, supposedly 877-375-4479. This is the customer support for Vital Cooling Breeze, 877-375-4479. Or there's a support at buyevergreen.co email address as well. And I am interested to see information about that URL. Says it's taken. I understand it's taken. And if I try to go to that website, again, I know you can't see what I'm seeing. I just want to see what's going on here in terms of, is there any, there's a subscribe and save button on the homepage. It's an optional recurring order service available only on select eligible products. Pricing, and then it mentions subscribers and billing and recurring charges. A billing reminder will be sent 3 days prior to each scheduled charge. So if that applies in this case, let me know if you got hit with that charge. One little thing here. I noticed looking at the Trustpilot page for the website that's selling it, buyevergreen.co, that it lists Colombia as a location. We saw that earlier. And it says they show this air cooler that's supposed to cool a room. This thing was $98. It's a small fan. It doesn't even charge the batteries. This company's a bunch of thieves. Don't buy anything from them. Exactly. I don't even know how or why what I ordered came from this company. The advertisement was obviously from a different company. Maybe they just copied it. Okay. Continue charging my credit card. Scam you into a subscription you didn't authorize. There you go. It says it's $19.99 a month. That's not that bad, but you don't want that to happen, obviously. Not good. They ordered 2 mugs. Yeah, they sell other products. This seems like China to me. I can't really tell for sure, but it does mention Colombia as well. What I know for sure is that you don't need to buy this product. And I hope that you don't, because there are scam signs all over the place for this Vital Cooling Breeze portable AC unit. Unfortunately, if you're going to buy an AC unit, you need to spend a little bit of money. I have bought several in the past. I don't need one right now where I am, but they cost a few $100s. And get one from a store in your town or a trusted online store that you know is like a big box store or a trusted store. Don't buy it from a brand new website just hoping it's going to be okay, unless you do your due diligence and check out whether or not it's legitimate. I hope my videos helped you. I'm putting this content out there to help you guys. I get a lot of nasty comments sometimes from people, and I hope that you understand I'm coming from a genuine, honest standpoint where I see a scam. I know it's a scam. I'm trying to put it into words and hope that people will receive that and be grateful. You don't have to say anything, but just at least, hopefully I saved you some money. That's the point. Like, comment, subscribe. The join button is down below. Do not buy Vital Cooling Breeze unless you like flushing money down the toilet. Thank you for watching.